So your iPhone's battery is one of the most important things you should probably keep in mind of securing and maintaining as long as possible. But if you want to keep your battery health at 100%, there are a few different things I would recommend keeping your eye out for in order to actually maintain that. Now, battery health is different than battery life. Right now, I'm at 100% battery life, but I'm not 100% battery health on this iPhone. To find out how much battery health you have on your device, you should make your way over to your settings just like this. You can make your way down to the battery option, which is right down here. And then what you want to do is you want to click on battery health, and you should now be able to see how much battery health you actually have. Now you can see for myself, I'm actually at 86%. So that is definitely not the highest battery health of all time, but it's definitely not that bad for a phone, even like an iPhone XS. Actually, it's pretty bad. This is a XS. This is from 2018. The first thing I would recommend doing if you want to maintain your battery health for as long as possible is to not wirelessly charge your phone. In my opinion, wirelessly charging your phone can easily impact your battery health on your device. In fact, I had an iPhone 12 Pro right before my 13 Pro that I use on an everyday basis. And that iPhone's battery life went down from, the battery health, went down from 100% the day I bought it all the way down to I think like 86%, something around this one as well. This phone came out in 2018. I just got off using that phone like 9 months ago. So the iPhone 12 Pro I had went down so much because it was wirelessly charging. So if you want to maintain your battery health, I would recommend not wirelessly charging your phone as often as possible. But that also coincides with overheating your iPhone all the time. If you are constantly playing super intensive games, if you're going through, Subway Surfers is not that intensive of a game, but if you're going through and you're playing heavy intensive games all the time, or you're leaving your iPhone in extreme heat and the sun is hitting it all the time, that is another big thing that can cause some really big battery degradation. So I would recommend as much as you can to make sure your iPhone is as cool as possible. Room temperature is perfectly fine too, but if you are going through and you are constantly playing heavy intensive games, your iPhone is always overheating and you're picking up your iPhone and it's just overheating all the time, then that is something I would recommend avoiding because that can dramatically impact your battery health. And it's not even just playing games or leaving it in the heat. If you're putting your iPhone in the car in the dash and it's just constantly having the sun hit it, you may not even realize it, but that is also degrading the battery health a little bit day by day as well. So those are the main things. There's also some other things, which if we make our way over to our iPhone settings, another thing I'd recommend doing is somewhat limiting the amount of applications that are sucking up your background app refresh. Now, this doesn't really impact your battery health too much, but this will impact your battery life a little bit, and it can also kind of ease up, a little bit of load off your device. So what you can do here is make your way over to your iPhone settings, click on General, which is right there. You could then scroll down until you see your background app refresh, which is right there. Go and click here. And you want to go ahead and just turn off whatever things that you don't want to be notified for. If you don't really care about these apps having access to your data in the background, I would recommend just, disabling them. So you can always make your way over here, disable that one, disable the ones like Facebook, for example. If you're using Facebook, which I probably wouldn't recommend using on Facebook on your application, just using it in the web browser, you can go ahead and remove the ones that you don't want to be notified for. Things like Instagram, Snapchat, iMessage, things like that. Keep them enabled, but for all the other apps, if you don't care about them, then I would recommend just disabling them. Now, another thing you can do to actually maintain your battery health is to actually update your iPhone. Now, updating the iPhone doesn't necessarily improve or increase the battery health of your iPhone, but it just helps with calibration. There have been several different updates that I've seen for a multitude of different devices that have actually went ahead and actually calibrated your battery health a little bit better. Now, this can decrease or increase your battery health, but it's going to give you more accurate ratings. So what I'd recommend doing is updating your iPhone, not to the beta, but just to the standard iOS version. And that can also help to pretty much keep your iPhone's battery health at, as high as possible, or at least as accurate as possible. So updating your iPhone is another big thing. But also, if we make our way back over to our iPhone battery option right there, what we have the ability of doing is if you go and click on battery health, you have the ability of turning on optimized battery charging. Now, this is another big thing that I'd recommend basically enabling. Now, what does optimized battery charging do? Well, what it'll do is it'll basically, as you can see right here, it'll reduce battery aging, which is basically just the battery health, by going through and charging your phone and fast charging it up to 80%, and then it'll go ahead and trickle charge up to that full 100% capacity. Now, why does that go ahead and actually improve your battery health? Well, the main thing kind of being done here is pretty much with your iPhone over time. If it's constantly, kind of just speed increasing and just quickly as possible, just fast charging up to that 100%, that can overheat your iPhone. That can cause some battery degradation because it's filling up too fast. So by going up to 80% at a casual rate, that can go ahead and also improve or at least lengthen the lifespan of your battery as well. So those are a few different things I would recommend doing on your iPhone if you want to increase and maintain that 100% capacity for as long as possible. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.